But the Sahel in Africa is considered as very vital for France. On the same time, the involvement in Afghanistan was also to be on the side of the Americans after not being on their side in 2003. So it was like more a diplomatic issue. But the present Africa is older, is more relevant for the French. I guess a debate will be put up on the table, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the day.
Civil society organizations have rallied behind President Ibrahim Traore, organizing campaigns and initiatives to support the government's efforts. This collective mobilization reflects a broader continental movement against external interference and for reclaiming sovereignty. Traore's response also includes a diplomatic effort. He is reaching out to international allies and organizations to garner support for Burkina Faso's sovereignty and independence. By building a coalition of supportive nations and utilizing international platforms, Traore aims to challenge the narrative that foreign intervention is necessary.
Serious divergence.
Well, you only have to look at the fact that there have been coups in this country, and of course we know France and the Western partners have very much strongly condemned these coups, and also because when you even look at the coups, the immediate security policy or at least approach is to align with a different player, a preferred partner.
Or beneficial. This diplomatic component underscores the importance of global solidarity in resisting recolonization. The president's focus on internal unity is crucial. He emphasizes the need to resolve internal conflicts and divisions, understanding that a fragmented nation is more vulnerable to external threats. His administration is working to address grievances and promote social cohesion, ensuring that all citizens feel included in the nation's journey toward independence. This holistic approach integrates military, economic, social, and diplomatic strategies to secure sovereignty. In terms of ensuring sustainable resistance, Traore's administration is implementing several key strategies. Firstly, they are strengthening the military by enhancing training programs, upgrading equipment, and fostering a sense of duty and patriotism among troops. This includes modernizing equipment, improving logistical support, and enhancing intelligence capabilities to create a robust defense system capable of deterring and responding to threats. Economic resilience is another cornerstone of the strategy. The government is focusing on diversifying the economy, reducing dependence on foreign aid, and investing in key sectors such as agriculture, mining, and manufacturing. By developing local industries and promoting entrepreneurship, Burkina Faso aims to build a self-sufficient economy. Investments in infrastructure like transportation and energy are also a priority to support economic growth and improve the quality of life. Social cohesion is addressed through policies aimed at equitable resource distribution, dialogue, reconciliation, and inclusive governance. By fostering unity among different ethnic and social groups, Burkina Faso seeks to create a strong internal front against external threats and ensure long-term stability. Education and awareness are central to the resistance strategy. The government is investing in education to build an informed and empowered citizenry, revising curricula to include the history of colonialism and the importance of sovereignty. This approach aims to strengthen national identity and resistance against any attempts at recolonization. The Sahel region in Africa is crucial for France, and France's involvement in Afghanistan was partly aimed at aligning with the Americans after not supporting them in 2003. This move was more about diplomacy than direct involvement. However, the Sahel's strategic importance for France might lead to renewed debates and actions in the future, even if they don't happen immediately. France has been expelled from Africa, but it's still pursuing a 10-year plan to reassert its influence on the continent, despite African leaders' reluctance to accept French officials. France's ambitions remain high, though some see their plans as unrealistic and provocative. Defense Minister Sébastien Lecornu and the Joint Chief of Staff have been tasked with reassessing France's military presence in Africa by next autumn. The goal is to establish a more strategic and cooperative relationship with African armies and enhance training capabilities. Recently, General François Lanta's bold proposal for renewed European commitment to Africa, including a 10-year strategy, has drawn significant backlash, particularly from nations like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Chad, which have expelled foreign forces and asserted their sovereignty. General Lanta's plan suggests a strategic reinvasion of the Sahel, focusing on counterterrorism and stabilization. Critics argue that it's a guise for reasserting control over Africa's rich resources and strategic locations, undermining African sovereignty and ignoring their capacity to manage their affairs. The plan includes deploying European troops, establishing military bases, and implementing economic reforms overseen by European experts, which many see as a means to maintain European control over Africa's resources. African leaders and citizens view this proposal as a direct threat to their sovereignty, recalling the painful history of colonial exploitation. They are united in resistance, emphasizing that foreign intervention would only exacerbate instability and economic inequality. President Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso has strongly opposed the proposal, advocating for African nations to prepare for a high-intensity decolonization struggle. He calls for internal unity, military strength, economic resilience, and regional alliances to defend against foreign attempts at recolonization. His response highlights the determination of African nations to safeguard their hard-won independence and resist any form of foreign control. President Ibrahim Traore's emphasis on education and national pride aims to cultivate a vigilant and engaged populace dedicated to defending their sovereignty. His administration's diplomatic efforts are focused on strengthening international alliances, engaging with the African Union, the United Nations, and other global organizations to build support for Burkina Faso's sovereignty and resist recolonization. France's new plan, led by General François Lanta, reflects a desperate attempt to regain control over its former colonies by leveraging military and economic power. This proposal involves deploying European troops, establishing military bases, and implementing economic reforms under European supervision. France's strategy is aimed at reasserting dominance and accessing valuable resources, but it is likely to face strong resistance, especially from determined African leaders and citizens. Given the widespread rejection of foreign control, France faces limited options. It might resort to offering substantial economic aid, debt relief, or favorable financial terms, but such incentives often come with strings attached, leading to increased dependency and potential loss of sovereignty. Direct military interventions or support for local militias could provoke resistance and humanitarian crises. France might also attempt to apply diplomatic pressure through international organizations or increase soft power efforts, though these strategies may not be sufficient against strong anti-colonial sentiments. Countries experiencing severe economic or political instability might be more open to France's overtures, but such acceptance would likely be unstable and short-lived. The legitimacy of any leaders aligned with French interests could be questioned, leading to internal unrest. Ultimately, General Lanta's proposal has intensified resistance among African nations, highlighting the ongoing struggle for independence and sovereignty. Burkina Faso and its allies are preparing to face these challenges, serving as a beacon of hope for a future where Africa stands sovereign and free from colonial influence. Do you think any nation will welcome France's intervention? What do you believe France's next steps should be? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos on Black culture, history, and achievements.